Hello, everyone. Welcome to C. Thomas Talks. I am Christopher Thomas. Now, usually, I do my videos every Tuesday. But there's been this subject that I've been fighting with to talk about for quite some time. I've been getting the urge to do it, and I'll just stop myself and urge and stop. But you know what? I am finally going to talk about it. Now, for those some of you know that I am a Freemason. Okay? Freemason. Not a fake Freemason, all this stuff. Certified, bona fide Freemason. I did a video some time ago on my first channel, the Thomas Gallery, called Why I Became a Freemason. It's pretty much telling a story about why I joined in the first place. And that, when I uploaded that video, I was not expecting the response that I got. I got a lot of responses. Some good, some not so good. And needless to say, that this particular subject that I'm going to be discussing will be just as controversial, if not much, much more controversial than that last video I did about me, why I joined Freemasonry. This particular subject is what I will call, should women be able to join Freemasonry? Now, I've been wanting to talk about this for quite some time. I've been wanting to chat about this for many, many years when I joined, and from what I've learned. And I've always asked the question in my head, but never guess had the courage to ask somebody else. Or never even bothered to talk about it out loud. So this is a topic that I've been thinking about for years. I'm just gonna put it out there. Should women be able to join Freemasonry? So I'll put myself out there. My answer is yes. Women should be able to join Freemasonry, join the Masonic Lodge, I should say. Now, for those who don't know, for those who do not know anything about Freemasonry, or if they do know, they're not sure, Freemasonry doesn't allow women to join a lodge. Okay? You don't see it. And it's sort of like I will call it like kind of like a boys club type of. It has like a boys club type of vibe to it, and women just aren't allowed to join. And I've always asked the question why. I've always asked the question like why can't women join? Like what is? I mean, there's nothing controversial about Freemasonry. Those who those who actually are Masons know there's nothing controversial about Freemasonry. There's nothing crazy or spooky about Freemasonry. There's nothing chauvinistic about Freemasonry. There isn't. So except for the fact that women aren't allowed to join. Now, there are organizations under the umbrella of Freemasonry that women can be a part of. Eastern Star, those ISIS, things like that. Okay? I'm talking about the actual lodge, Freemason lodge, apron wearing members of the lodge, such as myself. Why can't women join a lodge? Why? And I have my own. I have a few hypotheses about it, a few thoughts about it as to why not. My main thought is, during the time of quote unquote modern Freemasonry or speculative Freemasonry, the Freemasonry that we know of today. It was during a time where women weren't really allowed to do anything. They weren't allowed many freedoms. They weren't. They just weren't. In Europe and here in America, women just weren't allowed to do much of anything outside of their home duties, being a wife, being a mother, things of that nature, taking care of the home. Women didn't really have a outward social life. Okay? So the men can go on and start organizations and start clubs and start groups and all that stuff and pretty much leave women out of it. Really just leave women out of it, and the women take care of the home, women take care of the babies and stuff, which is fine, because men should take care of the babies and take care of home too. That's just anyway. But if a man can take care of home and have a job and raise children and also have outside social gatherings and social clubs and social organizations, I don't see any reason why in this day and age we are still holding on to that old thought process. That was during a time where women couldn't do much of anything. That's just at that particular time. That's the way it worked. And maybe women were cool with it at one point in time. Maybe they were. I'm pretty sure some women weren't okay with that. Men, going out with their boys and stuff. Not with their boys, I say. Men, having meetings at the lodge and all that stuff, and women and dealing with the community. But the women who are also part of the community can have no input in. That don't make any sense to me. I mean, what would be the harm? What would be the harm in having women in Freemasonry? What would actually be the harm in having women in the lodge? I mean, one, the numbers will go up. Two, more money can come in. Three, if Freemasonry teaches you about family, should they only teach you about Freemasonry about family inside the home? What about outside the home? You're still a family with your wife. The same principles and tenets that you teach the men when they become Freemasons, women can learn the same principles and tenets. As a matter of fact, like we always say, a mother is a child's first teacher, right? If a mother is a child's first teacher, then who better to join the lodge to teach these principles? Brotherly love, relief, and truth. Who better to teach you that than your first teacher? Your mother. So, and plus also, to have an example of the family. Just imagine what it would be like if the brothers got together with their wives in the lodge to talk about the community. Because the women are also in the community. The women have children who are in the community, or whatever community that is. The women are part of it, as is the children. And the men and women should both have a say as to, any events that go on in the community that's going to be involving a man, woman, and a child. So what would actually be the harm in having women join Freemasonry? Now, I do remember a documentary years ago where they showed women. I think it was like somewhere in Europe, like maybe France, something like that, where there were women, Freemasons. Okay, women Freemasons, and you didn't hear a whole lot about it. You saw a bunch of men and stuff. I mean, let's be real. Let's be real. Everything works properly when there's balance. You have your up, your down, your positive, negative. That's not always bad. You have your opposites that complement each other. So you mean to tell me you have an organization because I took myself in this too, because I'm a Freemason also. So I'm putting myself into this too. We have an organization that teaches good, like if you know how to make good men better. That's what we talk about, making good men better. Good men better for who? Just for themselves? What about for their girlfriends? What about for their wives, their fiancés? And if these principles can make a good man better, surely they can make a good woman better. Are these principles and tenets gender specific, or can they be practiced by men and women? Hmm? And then the man and the woman can teach their children these principles and tenets. So if Freemasonry can make a good man better, surely it can make a good woman better. Which I got to think about that too, right? You it's one making a good man better is good. I got no problem making a good man better. But how about reforming a quote unquote bad man or troubled man to make him good? Then make good better. Is it only you only got to come in good to be better? None of us who are Freemasons now were, we all got our shortcomings. Me too. I got my shortcomings. Even me being a Freemason now, I got my shortcomings. So if these principles are so beautiful, and they are, why can't men and women be in the room together learning these principles? Why can't they? I've always thought about this. Like I've always had this conversation in my head when it comes to Freemasonry. Oh, really? That's really when it comes to just life in general. Like how many times or how many places do I see something that is geared towards one particular group of people, when really, if you really want something to flourish, you need balance. You need balance. You need that male and female energy in the room. I mean, if you want to talk about community and working as a group, who better do that than women? Women women are masters of the group economics. They're masters of uh unifying and for a common goal. Women are masters at this. How many times have you seen a group of women raise each other's kids? How many times have you seen a group of women be in the kitchen for a bake sale, and they just kill it? There's a whole all bunch of pies and cakes and cookies being made up. Women working together for a common goal. I mean, think about that. It says it takes a village to raise a child. Is the village only men? Why a village can't be men and women to raise a child? It takes a village to raise a child, right? You want to make good men better? Bring the village. The village is man and woman coming together, working together. I mean, you do it at home. If a man and a woman who are husband and wife, or some kind of cohesive partnership, if they can work together in the home and make the home prosper, why can't they work together and make the lodge prosper? Why can't they do that? My thing is, every aspect of Freemasonry should be what they call co-ed, should be balanced. Things work better when there's balance, when there's harmony. When it may get contentious in a lodge full of men, you need that female energy to balance it out. Like, hold up, hold up, hold up. We're losing the focus. Or if you have a group of women who are being contentious, you need that male energy to calm it down. Hold up, calm down. Let's focus. Let's get it back. Like, what would what would actually be now? I'm asking as a Freemason myself. I'm asking as a Freemason. What would actually be the harm? What harm would it do to have women as Freemasons along with men? I'm not saying, oh, women Freemasons get rid of men. No, have them both in there. Your numbers go up. More money comes in. More resources. Come on. You think men are the only ones who have the money, have the jobs, have the resources? No, women have them too. So the more numbers you have, the more resources you have. And resources key. What would actually be the harm? What harm would it do to have a woman become a Freemason? I know about the obligation. I know, I understand that, but let's just think logically. This isn't the 1800s. This isn't 1717. This isn't the 1930s, 40s, 50s, 60s, all that stuff. This is the year 2017. Let's be perfectly honest. We have more female millionaires and billionaires. We have more successful female business owners now than ever before. Ever. There are more successful business owners who are women now than there ever been before. Now, if the woman doesn't want to join, fine, she wasn't join. But there are some women I know for a fact. There are some women who wish that they can be closer to their husband in all aspects because you married this person. You married your husband to share their life. You want to be with this person so you two can work together and share life with each other and build each other up in every aspect. What's the point of like, oh, I'm only going to build you up spiritually, but I don't want to help build you up socially, or I don't want to help build you up financially. Come on now. These morals and principles that you learn in Freemasonry are not gender specific. I'm not even going to talk about the symbolism. Okay. All the symbolism. And women can't join? Come on. Like let's really use some rationale. What harm would it do if women became Freemasons? What actual harm would it do? What harm? What harm would it do for if a woman became Freemason? A female Master Mason. What harm would that do? Think about that. Who's it hurting? Who you hurting? You probably you gonna hurt the male ego? Please. No woman around why men got bad egos. You need that balance. And who to say that if you got a young man joining the lodge and a young woman joining the lodge, who said that they'll come up in the ranks, that young woman, that young man come up in the ranks together in Freemasonry, that they don't join together and become a union, husband and wife, all because they share the same principles and tenets that they both learn from Freemasonry. That you learn anyway from your mama and your parents teach you this all the time. These aren't special, just out of this world concepts. These are concepts that your mama taught you about. Your mother most likely taught you the same principles that you learned in Freemasonry. I know my mother did. My mother, the same principles I learned in Freemasonry is the exact same principles that my mother taught me. She might as well say she's a Freemason anyway. Just not official. But the same principles that you learn in Freemasonry, your mother teaches you that when you're a child. Tell the truth. Help each other out. Help your brother out. I have brothers. I got a brother. Help your brother out. Tell the truth. Help someone out. Friendship. Come on. These aren't new concepts. These aren't just right on the spot. No, these are concepts that were most likely taught by your mother to the child. Like, remember, the first teacher is your mother. Remember that? So what would be the harm in a woman becoming a Freemason? Who is it going to hurt? What egotistical male would have a problem with a woman being a Freemason? Who, like, seriously, what harm would it do to have a woman join? That my wife, my sister, my female cousin, my mother wants to be a Freemason to learn principles and tenets that can help both of us grow as people. You want to make good men better, but you don't want to make good women better? So what? The man is the only one that could teach a good woman how to be better? Is that what's going on? That only men can teach men how to, good men be better? But these same principles, because these, like I said, these principles are not gender specific. These aren't, like, you could teach the same principles that you teach a man to a woman and make both of them better, which helps society. So what's the harm? Which one of you men out there is scared? Like, it's just being progressive. It's just evolving as people. This isn't the 1800s. This isn't the early 20th century. Come on. Anything a man can do, a woman can do, including run a lodge. And they might do it better than a man. You know why? Because women are used to running things. The first business a woman ever has is the house. A woman, think about this. A woman has their boyfriend or their fiance or their husband, right? If there's children involved, you got children. They have to work and take care of the house. You know what kind of managerial skills you need? You know what kind of skills you need to take care of a man, children, house, a job, and yourself? And still make things go? Think about that. So, the kind of skills you need would be best served at a lodge. Because a lodge is like, it's like any other business. You need money, you need people to come in and help fund the building so the lodge can stay afloat. Who better to understand how to work money than a woman? They got family, children, take care of themselves. Come on. Women been know how to stretch a dollar. They been know how to build money. A successful business owner who is used to dealing with finances. If she a woman, so what? Get her in it. Can she do the job? Why can't she be a Freemason? I'm just asking. Like I said, usually I do it like every Tuesday, but I've been fighting with this. I had to talk about this. I had to bring this out and put this out there and see what's happening. I got to do it. So I'm trying. It's just a thought. I'm pretty sure I'm going to get some backlash from. Now, see, with this particular video, see the why I joined Freemasonry video I did on the Thomas Gallery. There were Masons who defended me, and I appreciate that. Thank you all very much. And there were people who weren't Masons that didn't know anything about it, who wanted to just bash me. This particular video, I get the feeling. You know what? I want to say, I get the feeling I'm going to get some brothers, some other Freemasons that may have an issue with what I'm saying, and I may get some Freemasons who actually on board. I don't know. I'm interested to see. Now that I'm actually done it now, I'm interested to see what happens when I upload this. So I'm about to upload this thing very soon. Thank you very much for listening to this video. Thanks for listening to me speak. Let me know how you feel. Let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know what your thoughts are. Leave a comment down below. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. Hit the little bell thing so you can know when the notification is coming up and all that. Let me know. We can have a conversation. Now, crazy comments and just stupid comments will get blocked and banned. I ain't having that dumb stuff. But if you have a logical conversation, whether you agree or disagree. We can converse. Stupidity will be blocked. You know, intelligence will rule on this page. Intelligence will rule on this page. Okay? Okay, so thank y'all very much. See y'all later. Peace. Peace. Yeah, peace. Peace.